The strength of lament. Psalm 42:11. Why, my soul, are you downcast? Put your hope in God. Welcome to Light for Today. We often think faith means smiling through pain, but biblical faith knows how to lament. Lament isn't complaining, it's communion. It's pain carried to God, not away from Him. Somewhere along the way, we started believing that strong faith never cries. But the Bible doesn't show that kind of faith. It shows us David pouring out his heart. Why are you downcast, O my soul? Psalm 42:5. It shows Jeremiah, called the weeping prophet, writing a whole book of tears. Even Jesus wept. Lament is not faithless. It's faithful enough to bring your pain to God instead of hiding it from Him. Psalm 62:8 says, pour out your heart before Him. God is a refuge for us. That means you don't have to edit your prayers. You can bring the whole truth, anger, grief, confusion, and still be held. Sometimes healing begins not with answers, but with honesty. The strength of lament is that it keeps the conversation open. It refuses to go silent when you're hurting. The Psalms are filled with cries that sound uncomfortable in polite church language. How long, Lord? Why have you forsaken me? Even Jesus quoted a lament from the cross. That means you can bring your questions, your grief, your anger, and still be in faith. A child who cries in their parent's arms isn't rejecting the parent. They're trusting them enough to be honest. That's lament. There's a line from an old hymn that says, when darkness seems to hide His face, I rest on His unchanging grace. That's lament. It's crying and clinging at the same time. You're still holding on, even through tears. When you're honest with God, healing begins. Write your own psalm of lament. Tell Him what hurts. Then, like the psalmist, finish with, but I will trust you. Here's a quote from an unknown author. Faith that hasn't wrestled with sorrow is still shallow. Maybe you've been trying to get over something God is actually calling you to bring to Him. Tears are not a sign of weakness. They're evidence that your heart is still alive to God. Remember, lament ends not in despair, but in hope. Yet, I will hope in Him, Jeremiah wrote in Lamentations 3:21. Because of the Lord's great love, we are not consumed. So take a moment right now. Don't rush to fix what's broken. Just bring it to Him. Whisper it if you must. You are seen. Your tears are counted. That's in Psalm 56:8. Lament might just be the doorway to deeper worship and trust. Lord, teach us to bring our pain to You. Let our tears be prayers that reach Your heart. Turn our lament into trust and our sorrow into song. Amen. Well, I hope this was an encouragement to you today, that even in our sorrow, even in our pain, we can trust and cling and be accepted by God. Please like and subscribe, share with a friend, and until next time, bye for now.